Thanks for watching another episode of Builds by Bailey. Today we're finally going to install the racing seat and the grip royal steering wheel. But first I'm going to show you some of the progress that I've made off camera over the busy last weekend. So I went ahead and I took the rest of the interior stuff out. I climbed underneath the dash and got the rest of that sound deadening and stuff out of there, minus that little section there over the tunnel, which I'll get after I have the cage put in because that's no big deal. I also mocked up the dash. I got the bottom half and the top half in. As you can see, I've already started fiberglassing the top, getting rid of all the cracks and stuff. You may or may not remember me doing that in the past. I actually started that about 6 months ago and just haven't had time to finish it. So today we're going to take this ugly steering wheel off here, put the grip royal on, and actually have a seat in the car. Some of you will remember from a couple of weeks ago I did an unboxing of my Techno Toy Tuning seat rails. So since I finally have those, I can put my bride Zeta III seat in, and I've got a Royal Halo grip royal steering wheel. So I'm going to put that on. It's got a quick release, energy quick release for it. So let's go ahead and let's get started putting that stuff in. We're going to start with the seats. So we're going to unbolt the seat out of the Techno Toy Tuning seat brackets. So next we're going to install the seat brackets into the car. I've already got the bolts for where I took the old seats out, just kind of threaded them back in. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bolt the brackets down in here so we can go ahead and adjust it for the seat. And the seat is in. The seat brackets look so good. So like normal, I have to put the seat literally as far forward as it'll go, and it's still not quite far enough. The good thing is there's still plenty of room up in here that I can drill another hole. Same up here, I can drill another hole up a little bit farther, and I can scoot these brackets forward even farther. I mean, my feet touch the pedals, but it just doesn't feel comfortable with the seat. So I'm going to probably move that forward another inch, maybe 1.5 inches on both of those. And like I said, there's plenty of room underneath here for the bolt and all that stuff to go. Next step will be replacing the steering wheel. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the old one off, go ahead and make sure that steering wheel is straight, take it off of there, and then we're going to install the quick release hub I've got on the back side of this already. So I've got an energy quick release. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take off the screws because I've had this together for a while so I wouldn't lose any of the parts. I'm going to go ahead and take off the screws that put the quick release onto the hub. Get those off real fast, and then we'll mount the hub on here. Now there's one thing that I did notice. There are two little pins that stick out of the steering shaft on this little plastic collar here. Those two little pins are designed to line up with the steering wheel so that when you are turning, it actually selects the blinkers or whatever. I'll turn them back. So the ones on this hub, because they're not really designed, this hub's not designed for an A86 or this model, you have to drill 2 new holes for those positions. So on the back here you can see there's 4 holes for them to go. Well, the 2 that you need actually need to be scooted, this one here and the one at the top. The holes need to be farther towards the inside on both of those. So you basically need to drill 2 new little holes for those pins to sit into. I'm not going to do that right now. I will in the future, but since we're just prepping this to go get a cage, I don't really need to do that part right now. Remember, this is all for just mock-up, so I'm not really tightening anything down. It's not snug or anything like that because I am going to have to take all of this back apart again. Also, another thing, I do know that when I go to put this on, it's not going to sit straight. It's actually going to be turned a little bit. That's because I need a clocking ring for this steering wheel onto this hub. So that's one last thing that I need to buy. It'll actually bring the steering wheel a tiny bit closer to me. But that's okay. So go ahead and we'll put this on here. So, and that's straight. It's actually off a little bit, but like I said, I already knew it was going to be that way to begin with. So that's going to do it for this episode of Builds by Bailey. I hope you enjoy me putting the steering wheel in the car and the racing seat. Got those seat brackets installed and got it partially fitted to where it needs to be. Fitted enough to where we can go ahead and start mocking the cage up around it. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends.